We've got basketball action here at the home of the Rockets on 2K Sports. The Houston Rockets coming to this one after a win against the Heat in Miami. And guys, it was a blowout too. I think that surprised some people.
They just shot the ball so well in that game. It was their night.
I thought they were able to consistently find quality shots, and that was the difference.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Luol Deng and Carlos Boozer, they're in the forward spots. DRose and Ronnie Brewer in the backcourt. And it's Noah in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Rockets, number 1 in at point guard. Terrence Williams is out there with Scola. Then there's Martin, and it's the Beat in at the center.
Well, the Rockets just barely missed out on making the playoffs a year ago, but they were tough on their home court. They went 25-16 in Houston.
Now here's Scola. To the inside. The Beat can't get it to go. And so here is Chicago. Well, Steve, talking about this Houston front office, very forward thinking. They've got some smart people in there crunching the numbers. Now a lot of teams are kind of following that same pursuit.
Well, you know, there are no bigger copycats in the world than those in sports, coaches or presidents or general managers, and that does seem to be the trend around the league. I mean, every team looking for an edge, trying to find the right players, right strategies, and measuring success almost on a play-by-play basis, and the Rockets somewhat at the forefront of that kind of movement. And you know what? I think there's some merit to it. I don't want to go overboard with it. You still need the software, if you will. The numbers are the hardware, but the software is the people that can make some of those decisions. And if you got a good blend of both, you can be successful.
That's a nice answer. I'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Doris?
When I asked him what some of his main concerns are today, and he said they're dealing with a team that can really light it up from the perimeter, and therefore it's essential that they not give up too many open looks from out there, or it could spell trouble all game long, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Devising a strategy, Clark, to take away that three-point shot.
Yeah, I think it's an important part of your defensive game plan because teams nowadays are just too good.
And he puts it down with authority. Spike slam Cam for another angle.
Well, that's a dunk you will not see very often. You won't pass that one by.
No doubt about that.
I wish he would, though. You can never see too many of those. Now, the Bulls had to battle some injuries last year, but it didn't slow them down one bit in their rampage through the East. Carlos Boozer missed time early. Joakim Noah missed a large chunk of the season as well, but it didn't slow them down.
A look from Rose, and the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
And that one's good. He has 5.
Good basketball instincts on display there, making it happen. Boy, that's an empty possession when you're that loose with the basketball.
That was good awareness. Fouling and avoiding giving up an easy dunk.
Well, I think that's just good, smart basketball. Make him earn his points at the line.
And the first one drops. Stevie talked about the injuries. Boozer, Clark, you come to expect it a bit with the Bulls, but they didn't miss a beat.
They had the depth to make up for it. I mean, Boozer's injury clearly was a problem, but then Noah was out for a while as well, and they really missed his length and activity, particularly on defense and on the boards. Could you imagine their record if they had stayed healthy all year? It would have probably been close to that 70 mark.
Absolutely, you're right. Will it go? No good. And the Rockets go the other way. And against Chicago here for the second time this season.
Now, the last meeting was a successful one. They were very sharp defensively, causing a lot of turnovers, and that swayed the game in their favor.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. What an easy win for him last time. As Steve mentioned, Clark, the turnover differential was a major factor.
Yeah, I call it disruptive in a word from the defensive standpoint. They were all over him the whole game. DRose, the reigning MVP, didn't take his foot off the gas pedal in last year's playoffs. He continued his outstanding play.
Well, back to Rose in the playoffs, Clark, it seemed like each round teams would try and find ways to slow him down.
Well, yeah, Kevin, he had an answer for everybody except LeBron James. When Miami put LeBron on him during that Eastern Conference Finals series, there was nothing Rose could do. And so he's going to go back to the drawing board and continue to add to his game. He's got to continue to work on that outside shot. But, wow, and that was impressive defense by LeBron James.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Look at the Heat. Long way to go still in the season, but even so, they've got the top spot. And, of course, the Chicago Bulls. They find themselves in 4th place.
You know, for the Bulls, they've still managed a lot of positive results this season, but maybe not just as much success as they had in mind.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, if you had asked them before the season where they expected to be in the standings at this point, I'd say it was probably higher than where they are right now.
Brewer dishes to Dang. A 10-footer.
Slow start here, just 1 for 5 to begin the game.
Rose gets the whistle for blocking. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Nice job offensively, going right at the defender who did not have position to take that charge.
Yeah, that's a smart play. He actually saw that and initiated the contact and got the whistle in his favor.
And the Bulls making a change here. Watson's checked in. Right side, Boozer. Rocket 2. Fades away. The Rockets pull it in.
The defender had the position and the height. Even when you use the fadeaway, it's tough to overcome that. We figured it was just a matter of time before Mikal found his way back to a sideline. I mean, he just has too much love for the game and wanted to be in the middle of the action, so he couldn't stay away too long.
It's tipped. Rockets on offense. They're on a 13-1 run.
Well, they've got the big lead early. We'll see if they can continue this momentum.
Yeah, you know, guys, they've been strong on both ends of the floor so far, and I think they can keep it up.
Here is Watson. Right now averaging 5 points a game. Clock at 6. Here's Noah. And again, no good by Chicago.
Well, getting back to Mikal, it'd be very interesting to see what he can do, as this will be the first time out of the Timberwolves franchise. So a second opportunity for Mikal. And I think his strength is actually coaching. I think that's what he's best at. So this could be a very good fit for him and for Houston.
You know, the Rockets have tried to be as efficient as possible acquiring talent on the cheap. I mean, trying to be really economical there. Their whole philosophy has been to acquire undervalued players. Quite possibly their thinking is they can facilitate a trade for a difference maker.
Here is Watson from 11 feet away. That one a little long. Going back to the Rockets and their fiscal discipline. Here's a good guy to talk about this to my side here, Steve Kerr. Some of the former players were, Steve, frustrated by the Rockets' refusal to extend contracts.
Well, you have to be prudent with your decision-making. And when you don't have a great team like Houston, you've got to make sound decisions. And I think that's the right way to go. Unless you have a championship team, you can't really extend yourself, because then you tie yourself up and there's no room for improvement.
To end the drought. Second shot opportunity. Williams against Dang. He passes to Watson.
That's such a tough catch when the ball is showing no mercy. They are getting after them at both ends of the floor.
Continuing to add to the lead as the minutes tick away.
Here is Watson. Just over 4 minutes left in the first. Out of bounds. And they retain possession. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Houston. The Bulls also changing it up. Taj Gibson's checked in for Boozer. Sewell Butler comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Pargo in for C.J. Watson. Here is Brewer. 6 on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Here's Gibson, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Gibson's got his first points of the night. Drops in the layup for 2.
And you have to like the way they've started out offensively.
Yeah, I like the way they've put together basket after basket, consecutive hoops, and as a result, they put together a nice lead here.
Here's Pargo.
Excellent steal that time. Pesky defensive play on this part.
Oh! Down goes the slam.
Boy, are they on a tear.
You know what, Steve? And offensively, you sometimes don't know how or why it happens, but you just ride the wave as long as it's flowing.
And here is Noah. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Shot clock at 6. Pargo kicks to Gibson. Over Lee. No good from Gibson.
It's clear they had one thing on their mind when they came out of the gate today. Rebound.
Yeah, and they've opened up the game with a pretty good margin in that area. Great sign for this club.
Here's Pargo. 9 points last game. Gibson down low. Guarded by Scola. Shots good by Gibson.
Strong first quarter. He's really made the most of his opportunities.
Pass to Thabit. Moving the ball well. Tries to save it. Let's take this opportunity to show you the teams that have been the best three-point shooting squads over the last 10 games. The Rockets, number 1.
The main factor, I think, is the great spacing that has led to wide-open long-range shots. That's why we see the great numbers from the three-point line.
Here's Pargo. Now, here's Brewer. He's picked up by Lee. 6 to shoot. Expanding his range. Brewer's shot is off. Rockets leading by 20.
You know, last year a bit of a weird one for Terrence Williams. I mean, he started out with the Nets and then eventually was traded to the Rockets mid-season.
No luck. Now Chicago takes it the other way. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Well, I loved watching that game, guys. That was fun. I mean, canning one three-pointer after another, that's my kind of game.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to say anything less, being the three-point marksman that you were. Of course you enjoy watching guys make threes. But even though I played in the paint, I like to see three-pointers go down too.
Free throw, good Butler. Clark, you brought up Terrence Williams. He broke some rules at New Jersey, too, and they sent him, Steve, remember, to the D-League as punishment.
Yeah, so talented. I mean, Terrence Williams is a guy, when you look at him and you watch him play, you think, man, he could be a star. So for him, it's a matter of maturity. If he can grow and learn how to just work on his game. He had a clear path to the hoop the whole way.
Yeah, it doesn't get much easier than that, Steve.
Tipped. Here is Watson. And it's Martin picking him up. Thomas passes to Watson. Thomas down low. Missed.
Boy, they are not messing around here, guys. They are really banging the glass hard early on.
+5 margin already in rebounding, and it looks like this is going to be a factor all game.
Now Watson. Outside Butler. From deep. And the shot is good. Butler's got 5 now.
And a 3 the other way.
Back and forth. Oh! Decided to go with a little trickery. Went to the reverse. You got to love that.
We don't get to see too many of those.
No, we got to savor that one for sure.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Gibson with it. Kicks to Butler. 5 to shoot. Here's Thomas. No good on the 3. And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Rockets ahead.
Tune in next Tuesday night
Welcome back, folks. Bulls trail by 20.
You know, seeing the Bulls here, they were just absolutely terrific against the Western Conference last year, and I don't think that should be a surprise at all.
Number 1, he's in at the point. Scola out there with Hasheem Thabit. Then it's Terrence Williams, and it's Martin in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Outside Rose. Left side Rose. Excellent D there for Scola.
Tell you what, against one of the best finishers, that's exactly the kind of defense you need to play.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Like you mentioned, the Bulls in the West, Steve, they were 23-7 against the conference. Very good numbers.
That was the best mark of any team in the East. 3 more wins than the Heat, who came in second with 20.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, the Rockets, like a lot of Western teams, really took advantage of their schedule versus the Eastern Conference. They went 18-12 versus Eastern Conference foes.
Step back and squared up. Rose has got his second basket of the night. Stolen by Boozer. Here's the break. Goes up. And Rose throws it down hard.
You know, that's something he's capable of every trip down.
And it's just impossible to get tired of.
Yeah, there's always this excitement, this aura that surrounds him, guys, and the crowd senses it.
That was the Sprite slam cam moments ago. Highlight real action right here. Here's Scola. That's blocked. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Rockets. Right now they're off to a fast start. First place in the conference. And, of course, the Dallas Mavericks right behind them.
Oh, up and down hard. A monster throwdown. Wow. Boom.
Got a piece of it.
He's been...
Oh! Well, he took that one to the rack with some purpose.
I'll say beautiful dunk there, Steve.
Yeah, how about the agility? Just the power and the skill. Impressive.
A challenging stretch here for Chicago. It's one-on-one. Here's Williams. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Williams has got his second basket. Here is Rose. 29 points for him last game against Atlanta. The dish to Noah. And there's the feed to Boozer. Scola covering. Rose working against Williams. A 10-footer. Here's Noah. No luck. They battled on the glass, but could not. It down.
And that's the way it's been. A big margin for them in the rebounding category.
You know, sometimes you got to get down and dirty and do the dirty work. And in this one, they've done it, and it's paid off on the scoreboard in a big way.
The fader. It's rebounded by Houston. Number 1, covered by Noah. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And this is what the schedule looks like for Houston. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. The first free throw is good.
You know, the Bulls were a tough team while traveling last season and ended up with the second most road wins in the Eastern Conference, trailing only the Miami Heat.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Hayes comes in for Hasheem Thabit, and it's Budinger in for Terrence Williams. Then for the Bulls, Thomas comes in for Joakim Noah, and it's Bogans in for Luol Deng. Budinger. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's going to be on Ronnie Brewer. Clark talking about the Bulls on the road. They got those 26 road wins by, I think, getting really tough.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're such a good rebounding team, guys. And when you rebound on the road, it gives you a chance to win.
You know, guys, after 4 seasons with Coach Adelman at the helm, the Rockets front brass decided to go in a new direction this offseason. A little bit surprising because of Rick Adelman's respect and success around the league. A bold move for a franchise, not afraid to think differently. I think Adelman did a great job helping that team overachieve, though.
Poke loose. Now the Rockets with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Gets it to go. He's got 31.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
And Boozer backs in. Excellent D there for Scola. And Steve, you know, Adelman wasn't in favor of the new direction that the front office wanted to go with the Rockets.
Well, that disagreement had to be a big reason they parted ways, because the front office was not very specific about exactly what they wanted to do. But I guess we'll find out soon enough here in the years to come.
Just 2 to shoot. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
You can say anything you want about this guy. He's played well in every area.
And you know what? That tells you what kind of game it's been for him. Well-rounded, highly productive in all areas.
It's hard enough to win in this league regardless, but when you turn the ball over, it makes it so much more difficult.
Well, it puts you in a tough spot, Steve. I mean, you yield points off turnovers, and it fuels the opposition and takes away your chance to score. Already 8 points they've given up off turnovers this quarter.
Rose up on top. He's got 7. And the ball goes out of play, unable to keep it in.
Well, and you knew it was coming for Derrick Rose, already a great player, but he took a huge step forward last season. Probably became the best point guard in the NBA. Phenomenal campaign for the Chicago Bulls, and really improved his three-point shooting, which was just amazing.
He kicks to Budinger. Drops in the tray. Budinger's got 5 points now this quarter.
You give him any kind of space, he's going to knock that down.
They're struggling to keep up.
Now we'll see if they can turn things around on this trip. They can't continue to come up empty.
We're talking about Rose, and Steve just talked about some of the things that he thinks about him and his rise to stardom. And Clark, he's had all the tools since day one, but he really obviously put it all together last season in what was an MVP, very special season. Do you think right now he is the best point guard in the league?
I don't know if I'd say he's the best. He's certainly in that category, no doubt. He's a different type of point guard, though. When you look at his athleticism, his size, his speed, love his demeanor, and he's so young, you can continue to see him grow and develop. But certainly you've got to talk about Chris Paul, Darren Williams, and I think it's a matter of what flavor you like in your point guard.
Sure.
He's more of a scoring presence at the point, and I'm fine with that. He's not the kind of setup guy that Paul or Nash or Williams is, but that's okay. Variety is fine.
Up with it. There's the block.
I don't like his body language, guys, right now. It looks like he's completely out of rhythm. Gotta love the execution out there, and it's going to be very tough to beat them if they continue to play like this.
Still a lot of time left, but I agree with you, Steve. I mean, a lead like this won't be easy to erase the way they're playing.
Out of bounds, and they'll keep possession. And a chance here to check out the league's scoring leaders. You look at Derrick Rose, 3rd in the league. He typically dominates out there. He can seemingly score at will.
You know what, Kevin? If you can put up big numbers every game, you put your team in excellent position to win. There's no question about that. A guy like this is definitely one of the keys to having a successful offense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Hashim Thabit, he's checked in for Hayes. Williams comes in for Chase Budinger. And it's Lee in for Kevin Martin.
They're playing well, guys. They're really starting to pull away.
Yep, here at the midway point, that's exactly what's happening.
Outside Rose. The pass to Brewer. He's picked up by Lee. Gibson dishes to Noah. Fader on the way. The shot is off, and the Rockets going the other way now.
Boy, they've been all over the glass. Big advantage in the rebound totals.
Yeah, that's really carried them in this one, guys. I mean, those one-and-dones have really set a nice tone and let them establish this lead.
Number 1, covered by Brewer, dives for it, and Houston comes up with it. Fade away. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here's Rose. He has 7. Another steal. Lee against Gibson. Lee kicks to the beat. Deflects the pass.
So a couple of poor possessions now in a row consecutive. Both times turnover. That's not productive basketball. That's not winning basketball.
Now, Clark, you start stringing errors back-to-back together, you lose all momentum in this game.
Outside Rose. On the wing, Dang. Looking to end the run. The shot no good.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
Number 1, covered by Brewer. Number 1. Brewer grabs the board.
Man, excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
Gibson up top. Right side Rose. Clock at 6. Looking to end his cold spell. That's good on the jump shot. Rose has got 9 points. They're making this a runaway.
Now, the only question now is how big will this lead eventually become? I mean, this is a blowout. This team just looking to run at every opportunity.
Circles around them is what they're doing. I mean, pushing the tempo and really enjoying an advantage there.
And here are the Rockets. He got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Rockets on top, running away with it.
It's Wednesday night. I hope you're having a good one. Time now for the HP Halftime Show. The Houston Rockets in front against Chicago. They've yet to lose so far this season and are looking fantastic in this one too. Kevin Martin making a big contribution. He's got 8 points and is also working on the other end of the floor. Nice defensive work. It was the Wizards taking the win at Verizon Center over the Clippers. That one puts them 2-.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback. And so here is Chicago. Number 1. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, in that first round against the Pacers, the Bulls got a bit of a scare, but they were able to bounce back and get it done in 5 games.
Back to the Bulls, Steve, they kind of started the playoffs a little bit slow against Indiana, a very feisty Pacer team, but then turned it up in the later rounds.
Well, remember, this is a young team, and it was their first taste of the playoffs, so they got the experience. They started to really turn it up against Atlanta, but then, of course, ran into Miami and kind of ran out of steam.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Carlos Boozer and Joakim Noah, they're inside. Rose and Dang on the floor, and it's Brewer in at the 2 spot.
Looking at the game Rose has been having, he's got 13 points and 2 steals.
He's just playing with so much energy right now at both ends of the floor.
I don't know where it comes from, all of that energy and enthusiasm, but he has been absolutely everywhere all the time.
Budinger, good.
No reason not to pull up for the 3 right there.
Here's Rose. 15 points in the game. Here is Brewer. Feeds to Boozer. He's against Hill. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up. Boozer, no luck.
Kevin, for a guy that's only 6'6", I don't know if there's a more impressive defender playing center of all positions than Chuck Hayes. Incredible.
Dang passes to Noah. Boozer dishes to Noah. Screen by Boozer. Noah kicks to Brewer. There's Rose with the 3. Good. Rose has got 18 points. And Clark for Chuck Hayes, the key to his great defense is his combination of strength, quickness, defensive awareness. Former Southeastern Conference Defensive Player of the Year. Steve always around the ball, getting steals or drawing charges.
He's such a hard worker. Just uses his strength and his positioning to really bother players. And his teammates rave about him. He's a fantastic competitor.
Solo break. Number 1. Oh! Here's a second look with the Sprite Slam Cam.
Now that's just rubbing it in, fella.
Throwing it down with style.
These folks are not going to forget that one anytime soon.
Outside Rose. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Rose has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Thibodeau really connected with the players on the Bulls roster early on. I mean, Derrick Rose attributed the huge jump in his game and what he made defensively to the coaching of Tom Thibodeau.
Another steal. Lee in the post. Lays it up and banks it in.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Well, Clark, and it just wasn't Rose, as you mentioned. I mean, the whole team bought into his coaching philosophy. And, Steve, you've always said, and Clark has too, that when the best player follows, everybody else will follow that best player.
Yeah, it's easy to do. I mean, when Derrick Rose is buying in and believing in what the coach is selling, it's easy for everybody else to jump on board. And when that happens, you really gain a lot of momentum as an organization.
Number 1. He's covered by Rose. He's whistled for the 5-second back-to-the-basket violation. And let's take a moment to show you the NBA's best rebounding teams over the last 10 games. The Rockets, number 1. The Bulls in second.
Well, they're both not standing around watching and waiting for rebounds to come to them, Kevin. These teams are boxing guys out and going after the ball with vigor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Hashim Thabit, he's checked in for Hayes. Scola comes in for Jordan Hill. Terrence Williams is checked in for Chase Budinger. And it's Martin in for Courtney Lee. Houston with a big group substitution here. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Hashim Thabit. Patterson comes in for Luis Scola. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Kevin Martin. And Johnny Flynn is subbed in for Terrence Williams. Tipped away. Solo break. The finish. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Now that's a special order right there.
Not everybody can cap off a dunk like that.
Yeah, very difficult maneuver, but a tremendous one if you can pull it off.
Rose passes to Boozer. He feeds it to Korver. This one for 3, and that one's good.
Come on now, you got to pay better attention than that on a shooter like him. He'll make that 10 times out of 10.
But 3 gets it to go.
Way too much time and space on that 3. He'll make that one all the time.
Well, it's a warm-up jumper, Steve, the kind that you can knock.
Here is Rose. 22 points for him.
All these turnovers really hurting his team. That's how it works. Your defense feeds into the offense.
Yeah, you know, excellent work, I thought. Solid work on both ends in that particular sequence.
Brewer with the ball. Working on Martin. Puts up a 3. Rose can't hit.
And, you know, the rebounding edge here has been key because they're getting a lot of extra possessions offensively as a result.
Guys, you're absolutely right. It's made all the difference.
Yeah, you can tell they're getting frustrated defensively out here. All these three-pointers falling.
Yeah, Steve, they're ready to throw their hands up. You can see it. The frustration is very visible. I mean, when you spread the floor and shoot the 3 the way they've done here in the second half, it's really hard to defend.
6 on the shot clock. Dang dishes to Rose. To stop the run, and the basket good. Rose has got 25 points in the game.
Another open look, hits bottom from outside.
Yep, and that's 3 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
Number 1, he's covered by Rose. He dishes it to Scola. Free throw line jump shot. The beat can't get it to go.
Boy, surprised to see that one stay out.
Me too, Steve. I mean, those are ones that usually go down for sure.
Number 1, it's called for the reach. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
You know, even though they're down, they're putting on a show at the free throw line this half.
I think they've done a good job of making the most of their chances at the line, and they've got to keep it up to take the lead.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Hashim Thabit. Patterson comes in for Louis. Boom! And nobody getting in the way.
Not at all. They go down. Are you serious? Between the legs in a real game? Has the makings of a legendary dunk.
Forget about plays of the week. That one will be one of the plays of the season.
It already is.
All I know is he's lucky that thing went in. If he had missed that, can you imagine how his coach would have reacted?
Outside Rose. For the 3. Can't hit. And the Rockets go the other way.
And you can sense the frustration coming from him right now. He just can't find his game.
Boy, he is missing a lot of chances, Steve. Too many.
Number 1, he's covered by Boozer. Lets it go from deep. The offensive rebound. Patterson can't get it to go.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Rose kicks to Dang. Now here's Gibson, covered by Hayes. Again, the miss by Dang. Number 1, defended by Gibson. Hayes, he's covered by Boozer. Number 1, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Rose.
Very easy call to make. There's no question contact on that shot.
Yeah, you know, you can allow a little contact, but not quite that much.
And some changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Boozer. Thomas comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Pargo in for Derrick Rose. 32 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, this is like a clinic out there, guys. This is exactly how you attack a defense. Move the ball, sharp cuts, and really a nice pace to their offense.
Another baby bottom smooth stroke there. I mean, that's perfect form he's showing at the three-point line.
That's his 4th, so he's going to have to be very careful the way he plays.
At the line for the Bulls, Gennaro Parker. 2 shots. Substitution.
And here are the Bulls now. Number 1, he's in at point guard. Scola out there with Terrence Williams. Then there's Lowry. And it's Martin in at the 3 slot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Watson kicks to Boozer. And again, no good by Chicago.
You know, you see some of the inconsistency in regards to his shooting. I mean, that last shot, I think that's preventing him from taking his game to the next level. Inconsistency on that kind of shot.
Here is Watson. Pass to Boozer. Here is Korver, now recovering. Clock at 4. With 1 on the clock. Rockets with the rebound. Martin's got 4 rebounds in this game. Backing him down. Dishes it to Scola from outside the arc. That drops.
Man, offensive execution has been the story here. Just playing beautiful basketball.
And guys, you can see it in their advantage in field goal percentage. I mean, you get high quality shots, you're usually going to shoot well. They're playing outstanding basketball.
Here's Watson. The shot from the low post is good. So it's Houston now. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Oh!
That should be absolutely illegal. Oh, my goodness. I don't believe I just saw that. Did you see that happen? My eyes got to be playing tricks on me here.
No, I don't think so, Clark. That was real. I mean, real.
I saw it too, Clark. It was real.
Passes it to Bogans. Lowry picks him up. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Watson. Williams pulls it in. Williams has got 4 rebounds in this game. From past the arc. Rebound by Carlos Boozer. Boozer's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Williams picks him up. Williams against Boozer. Lets the 3 fly, and that one's good. Watson's got 5 points now this quarter.
That three-point percentage is terrific here in the second half. It could be a big factor if they stay this hot.
Yeah, they're going to have a chance to get back into this game if they can continue to shoot the ball like this.
Number 1, he's covered by Watson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
He's been so valuable for this team with plays like that one.
Hey, don't let that size deceive you now. He can get to the rim as good as anybody.
Well, he doesn't mess around once he gets there, that's for sure.
No, guys, he loves to throw it down with some style.
Just 1 turnover for him in the first half, guys, but now he's really having a hard time taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've got to do a better job controlling the ball. That's 4 points now given up off turnovers.
And trailing as they are, Steve, I mean, you just can't afford those kinds of mistakes and empty trips.
Number 1, he's covered by Watson. That's good.
Offensively, just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
And Boozer backs in. They need this. Gets it to go.
The turnaround jumper. That was a thing of beauty.
So it's Houston now. Number 1, he's covered by Watson. Scola kicks to Lowry. Nice movement. Kevin Martin on the wing. And stolen by Watson.
Tried to thread the needle there. It wasn't there.
Kicks it to Gibson. Williams picks him up. Deflected.
Just too careless with the basketball.
They're not giving themselves a chance. I mean, you can't score if you don't take care of the ball.
Finger roll. That's pure style, guys. I like that.
And here's Watson. Back to Gibson. He passes it to Watson. 6 to shoot. Boozer. Scola on him. And it goes as the official calls it. 102 left here in the fourth quarter. Covered by Noah. Takes it up. And the basket by Scola.
Now, they probably needed more of this earlier, guys. I don't think there's enough time left to get back into the game.
Guys, this is really a case of too little too late, but at least it gives them something to work off of going into the next game.
So for the Rockets, Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Scola. Patterson comes in for Terrence Williams. And it's Budinger in for Kevin Martin. Then for the Bulls, Carlos Boozer's checked in for Corver. And Ronnie Brewer's subbed in for Gennaro Pargo. Here is Brewer. And Boozer backs in. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Well, this score is only going to get worse if they make any more mistakes like that.
You know, you can't make plays like that anytime during the game. Never mind when you're already
And that ought to do it. That should seal the deal.
Yep, I agree. Closing it out with relish.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. The free throw drops for Rose. And Rose drops them both. And here are the Rockets now. On offense, here are the Rockets. They're on a 14-6 run. Number 1, who's covered by Rose. Three-pointer, and the shot is good.
Looks like it's over. Double-digit margin, clock running down. Just take care of the ball now.
Yep, it's a simple equation. This one's over. Use the clock and take care of the arm.
Another steal. Number 1. And another 3 for Houston.
Nice offensive play there, and this one's pretty much in the books, guys.
Yeah, I agree. You know what? It was a very good showing from them to come away with the win. I was very impressed.
Misses the shot. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game.